Hardstuck Diamond? Not anymore. After hundreds of games without progress, I climb to Master in just 13 games with only one comp, Dynamo Flex. This is game 1 of the climb. Full match, full breakdown. Enjoy. So we get into the first game. It's Twisted Fate encounter that grants more gold every stage. So it's usually a pretty high cap, just due to all the gold that exists with this encounter. But I'm not thinking anything in particular actually. Like usually I play super flexible, I don't force any comp, but just try to work with the opener. Like here we get a Galio, so when you get Galio you of course always sort of think about the Cypher opener to get a cash out. Pretty huge cash out, so it's always the Y, of course, to play, especially with Viego. This is my previous board. Tried to play an Urgot cap, which failed, pretty much. As I said, pretty flexible usually. I don't really have Dynamo in mind right now. Of course thinking maybe we'll get a Lucky LeBlanc and play a Cypher opener perhaps. Which should be the correct play always, unless the other part of the lobby sort of ends. But here we get 3 Mundos in the shop. And the Zyra already got a Seraphine, so I kind of think about even playing Gorilla here. Like the Gorilla comp is with Mundo is your front line with 3 Warmorks, and in the back line you've got Seraphine and Zyra. Just rerolling the comp. It's not too bad, like you can win out with it, but usually it's just a top 4 comp, at least in my opinion. I haven't played it too often. Of course we have to play Mundo here, and now we've got the augment stage. The Gravity Fire is always kind of fun to go for an acting, but it's usually int. Don't like Hustler, although it's a good tempo augment. And now we see Board of Directors. I think the 2 choices are pretty obvious. Salvage Bin, because you can play for tempo and just slam any items and not punished for it and pivot out. But here I'm just thinking about, well, maybe we just try to play Divinity Corp, because you get twice the bonus and it's pretty good to play. Also fairly strong, so I'm just scouting here. Pretty insane, especially because they are just, comps that work really well around it. One is the Dynamo option of it, and the other is also the Vex comp. You can play with the Urgot cap. And here, it was definitely not the right play to play the Galio. It's just kind of too slow, too bad to do it. You should have probably played the Vi and the Kane here. Definitely not this opener. But I luckily still get a win, because I was trying to streak here. And now this shop's like, holy shit. I could have... I thought about, okay, maybe I should have played the reroll comp here with Seraphine and Zyra. Like, I've got fucking 6 Seraphines here. And 4 Mundos. And 2 Zyras. Like, the spot is so good. I also think, like, Mundo is the strongest here. I think that's my best spot. Maybe it's Kane and Vi because also of the augment, Divinity. But I also don't want to drop Seraphine or Mundo, but it was probably just Morgana in the background, Vi, Kane and Mundo up front, probably. I think so at least. I'm not 100% sure. Both are super strong. Although we've got 2 Viegos, a Vayne in shop and a Seraphine. It should be Anima 3. But I don't think I play it here. Like, also not going for Mundo here is pretty bad. Not playing Mundo here should be pretty bad, but it should be Anima. But I love her here, because I still make 10. Although I could have made 20, but didn't want to greed. Also didn't scout the board, which is pretty bad. Like, I don't know the strength of the other boards. Didn't look it up. How my board strength compares. I'm just sort of guessing that I'm the strongest right now. Due to Divincore Mundo and Seraphine 2-star, plus of course the Warmog Slam, which is super strong early. So you get the Carousel with 100 HP, so we are last pick. And I always want to get the tier. The good thing is, with Dynamo, and also why it's so good, is because it's not really contested too hard. It's like barely one is going for it because the patch is so AD heavy with Zeri, which just works in your favor, to be fair. And we've got 2 tiers. Fairly lucky that there were 2 tiers, so I get it for free, although only with 1 gold, but to be fair, the belt would also have been perfectly fine here. And here we get the Mark 2-star. And I'm super certain this should be the strongest board. Although, yeah, now drop Mundo. Should have done it the previous round already. I drop him here also because I make 20. Without selling him, I wouldn't have been able to. But the spot is super crazy. I mean, it's not super crazy, but it's fairly good. I'm thinking about getting 5 win streaks here. And I'm super settled already. Like, I don't have too much experience with Urgot. Like, it's fine, but it's pretty conditional. And I've always been sort of a Dynamo player. And I just really like the comp. Although I didn't spam it at all previously. Like, if you look at my stats, I'm basically as inflexible and horrible and everything else, pretty much. Well, and I basically turned it around completely. So that's the comp I'm thinking about, Dynamo Flex. Have it locked in to tracker, so you can just copy paste it. The good thing about the comp is, I mean, yeah, let's talk about the good things first. It's super good because it has a crazy cap. Like the highest caps in the game are usually Garen with many mods on your champs, or it's just Zac. And in my opinion, Zac just caps the hardest. Like, it's basically an auto win if you've got a certain amount of blobs, as you will also see in this game. Because I think I'm hitting Zac. But here I'm hitting Elise, which upgrades my board tremendously in my opinion. Also putting them on the bench to make 40. Always playing pretty greedy. I wouldn't need to start in advance because I think my board is a little weaker as it was before. But I'm also thinking about leveling here to keep my streak. Already got 1 tier. Items are pretty good. They're super flexible. Get another tier. I'm feeling pretty confident now in my spot. In my spot. These 80 items always go on MF, and AP items always go on Elise. Also for sure leveling here to put in 4 Vanguards. Although to be fair, playing this greedy with items is bad. I should definitely slam Giant Slayer here and put it on Elise. The blue buff. Should have also thought about it earlier when I was actually fighting to preserve my streak. But luckily I was strong enough. I'm not sure if I would have actually slammed it because I'm also still learning. Not the best of the players. Basically preserving our streak. Opponent is not that good. I'm also scouting not enough. I should scout way more here. We're doing fine. Also can't make 50 here. My spot is crazy, in my opinion. With a 40 gold, I win streak. Now it comes to the items. The comp is usually super item heavy, so I go for grab back here. I mean, the gold wouldn't be too bad either to get to 9. But yeah, we're in a super good spot actually. So I just want to make my board stronger right now and not gamble on losing a round. So I picked items. And now I make Giant Slayer. Giant Slayer on Elise, yeah. Should have done that previously. Just giving it to Yavin, to J4. And with the 4 Vanguards, my comp's looking super good. Yeah, I didn't want to waste the remover here. Should still scout, but it still works. Positioning fine here. Like, nothing really could cheese me here. As you can see with the Shaco, shouldn't reach my backline. Also, I think in the coming games I'll scout a little more. Because you always get better, of course. Although, I've been hardstuck for ages. But the positive thing is, when you just play one comp, like I did in my run, you just get super comfortable with it. So you've got more time to focus on different things and not be too concerned about the comp when you just got one idea in mind and basically fulfill that. Yeah, so we just chillin'. Should go... Maybe I should aggressively level here to 7 even to keep my streak. But once again, I'm not scouting. I should to get a better grasp of the different comps on the others. But I'm fairly strong. I could have even slumped BT here. Other only really valid folder is Renekton in your late game. But yeah. My opinion, Renekton is not that good. Also, only when he's 2-star. And he's super conditional, takes ages. And the sword is an IH for Misfortune. And the cloak should be adapt with helmet for Zac. At least that's what you can think about. The very good thing also about this comp is that it's fairly flexible and you can just play Braum also. Braum at least and just roll for them on 7. So the SPAD usually doesn't do much in that comp, so it doesn't matter too much. But yeah, there's only leftover swords. And I actually get it, the focus. Really good, like 2 gold value. Yeah, the SPAD doesn't matter too much. But it can be good. For example, if you've got a really good streak, you can just go 9. And I've seen just people drop Elise as well. Yeah, but just look at this. MF and Elise in the shop, it's crazy high roll. Well, that's why you always sort of want to dig a little bit on 7 and roll to preserve the win streak. Okay, when you win streak, I usually, and I think it's a recurring theme in those games, you just want to win streak early, be super aggressive, and push levels to 7. And on 7 you can sort of try to stabilize your board, keep the win streak going. Like I'm here, I even make 50, I'm super greedy, could have rolled even a little more, but Elise 2 on 2 items and an MF. Like, there's almost no way it can lose here. I'm just looking for Braum now. And there's another MF. Yeah. This was fairly good. I also don't want to make Skana here because I'm sort of pivoting to Darius. Not sure if it's stronger yet, actually. I think I still play the 4 Vanguards. Oh no, I'm not. But yeah, this is definitely not the right play. Like, I should have played Kayn for the Divini Corp. And not Sejuani. Like, I think she ults at least, but it's almost no value. Yeah, like you see, the stun does nothing. I would have been way better off with Kayn. Bad choices, but it happens. Luckily still win. Because my board is just crazy strong at this moment. Pretty sure I realize it now as well. Hopefully. At least I'll try to stabilize way more after Wolves. Stun 50 gold. Playing super greedy. As I usually do. Well, now it's 100%. 100% Kayn. Yeah, and I just totally swapped to the board. From 1 still though. I'm not sure what I actually do. Maybe I level to 8 and roll on, which is not too bad, but you can also roll a little bit deeper on 7 for Braum here. And maybe hit even 1 more MF. Because now what you definitely don't want to do is go on 9 without hitting MF 2. I guess the basic rule is when you've got a carry with 2 items, you typically, yeah, Like, yeah, I just run hit now too. It's super lucky. It's crazy. But I'm rolling even further, I think, from 2. For Gragas. Or am I just playing too greedy? Well, to be fair, I'm super strong. Like, there should be any way I lose this. I should slam Ravenous here, which I do. And should also slam Adaptive for Zac. Yeah, it's perfect. And this is basically the win-out angle. Like, I'm feeling super comfortable to be able to win here. Although my Brom is still level 1. But yeah, I'm thinking about, okay, how to best cap my board. Because like I said, this is the first game of my Dynamo Flex comp. I typically didn't play it. It was just playing super flexible. So I get better over the duration, I think. At least I hope so. Don't remember, all the game was basically in a flash that it happened. Yeah, already got my items. It's Portable Forge for sure. Maybe it's item grab is also not too bad, but Portable Forge is always a high cap. Would have picked Pandaris if my items were pretty bad, but items are fairly insane. And here it's just, yeah, Suspicious Trenchcoat is very good on Graves and also on Zac, but I'm just thinking about Mana Zane here on Misfortune because he's already 2-star. And yeah, it's totally crazy. Like, I think I dig a little bit for Brom and then I'm MF. It's so crazy. I dig a little bit for Brom here because I want to hit Brom 2-star. Because my frontline is kind of weak with not upgraded at all, as you can see against Shaco. And it's definitely a mistake not to get Brom here. It's super bad. Like, I think I lose this? Or do I? No, I don't. It's super close though. Like, I need to hit Brom here. And that's also bad on level 7, so I kind of just try to roll here. I just try to get him. Because also, like, I'm not in particular even trying to hit something. And this was also a mistake. Like, I'm super strong, should have contested the other rollers. Like, I'm typically picking the safer option, which is not that good. Which is good, but it always depends on the spot. Yeah, no, I just upgraded all my frontline, so I'm basically unbeatable now. I also notice how I haven't really scouted at all, which is fairly bad, but I guess I'm just a little bit too one-dimensional focused here, because I haven't played the comp in a fairly long time. But this spot is unreal, like 12 wins in a row, 100 HP, it's 4-3, MF2 and 7. I went pretty high, pretty crazily here. Also still haven't really scouted, which is one of my biggest flaws. And here it comes back to bite me. Like, he's crazy strong, but I shouldn't have lost it if I scouted. I just lost it because both my carries got stunned by the Sejuani. And that ended my streak. So, lesson learned. Scout more. At least for the following games. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. But in this game, I don't think I'm changing my habits too much. Yeah, into the carousel, get a belt with Elise, like, which is crazy. Because I only need frontline items now. And last one would be preferably be Giant's Belt. Warmox to Giant's Belts for Zac. Also, notice how I'm on the one hand hitting another MF, so maybe it's MF3, but on the other hand I'm holding poppies because of the level 9 cap board, because this is typically how your, this is typically how basically always your level 8 board looks. Just that you want to switch Jhin for Aurora. And Jhin typically is also the item holder for MF till you hit her. It's crazy. Nice spot. Like, Mana Zen is also so good because MF usually just guarantees to ult 2 times. And here I'm checking the tracker to put the real level 9 board in, because before it was basically the level 8 board with Darius and Braum. So now it's basically the first time I'm really scouting. It's Golden Orcs. This is Cypher cash out. 400 cash out, not too bad, but not even upgraded Z2. It's an MF2, 5 Cardios, but yeah. It should definitely be stronger here. And he's 20 HP, so he's basically doomed. And that's why playing low HP game is pretty rough, actually. I'm knocking in the Leona here so he doesn't hit Leona 3-star, because he's already got 5. It's also pretty low HP. So now I'm thinking about holding units so the others hit more difficult. So the others have a harder time to their respective units. And it's, as I said earlier, usually X attack with Zeri because it's super strong right now. And maybe the best comp, but in my opinion, as I said, Dynamo Flex is basically the most capped out comp there is, due to Zac and his blobs, which make him super tanky. Although, of course, other comps can also play Zac and also Garen, like Exotech or Amp is another comp that's super strong. And basically the only comp that also needs lots of Ts in the contest. So yeah, I'm thinking about going to 9. But as you can see, I'm playing super greedy. Should have probably been a little bit more aggressive. Always a good item. Especially in Zac. Because I'm thinking now to transition the Sunfire cap off. And then play a Warmox Adaptive. And that is my last item. It's a Knight's Vow? How's it called again? Well, I guess the armor. The blue armor thingy. Yeah, notice how he's out. 10 gold. 8. My spot is just crazy. Just playing for the win out here. Should scout more. He's got brand 3 almost. And I don't think I've noticed. He's also got many Leonas, but he's contested. And now I think I realize, yeah, that he's one brand off. I'm playing a street demon combo, although he's got no brand items. But now I'm basically kinda panicking, because this was a, in my opinion, 100% win out. My brand 3 could ruin it. Unless I hit Misfortune 3, of course. But it's just crazy strong. Also crazy, like he's playing Rengar reroll, which is also a super decent comp if you can get to the spot. But you just usually don't get to the spot. Here's what we were for Jhin, and now he's the Zac, which is super important. At least 3. Leonas. I need to go a little bit deeper for Burn 3 to all the Barons so you can't hit. But I also don't want to grief all my economy because of so much HP and maybe want to play for MF3. Okay, I feel kinda doomed already that I didn't scout earlier, didn't hold any brands. I guess this is like such a win-out spot. I've been in super high roll. So we come to Carousel. The Aurora would be insane. For a pen item, magic pen item, would be perfectly play on her. But Probably don't get it. House pick. But yeah. Sadly, I don't get it. So it's wrap off. Although it was pretty bad because I already have anti-heal, but can just reforge it. It's a pretty good item on Aurora. Use an Amaf and the Nunu. Alright, 2-star as well. Rolling for more blobs for brand 3. For 1 brand, so you can't hit. I'm thinking about pivoting the comp almost, although Sec 1 with like 8 blobs I have currently is not that good yet. So what am I doing? I am rerolling, never mind. Infinity Edge, fairly good item. I think it should be better than Deathblade due to the synergy with Last Whisper here. Just think it's the highest cap. And there's brand 3. Well, GG's, it's a second. And a second hit MF2. I wonder, yeah, I was wondering if is Mana Zane better on Aurora? But I was like, nah, can't be. So I'm rerolling this, because I have no more use for more AD items. Cell's Gauge is not too bad, and Renekton perhaps, but don't have Renekton yet, and Bramble West is just pretty good. Am I reforging it? What if... Well, I guess I'm reforging it because the only real fairest brand and he doesn't really deal 80 damage. Although it's also kind of a lie because this Rengar still does crazy 80 damage, so I should have probably not reforged it and gabbled on it. Oh, here you can see I'm almost running against him with my comp because it's just so strong and he's got basically no brand items yet. And I still don't have my full comp ready yet. Although, you always have to remember, if you play this comp and on the spot, when you lose Braum and Darius, it is also... you also lose the Kingpin bonus, so your MF is not as strong, so the others have to make up for it. Because right now, my comp should definitely be weaker than it was previously. With Poppy 1, Nunu. But I'm playing the high econ game here, still got enough HP. Yeah, not sure when I'm even taking them. When I'm rolling so slow. P2, there's Renekton. And this is my comp, and here I make a huge mistake, because I just instinctively sell Gregors, which is bad, because you play Gregors and sell Kayn. Which I didn't realize in this moment. I guess I was fairly stressed. Yeah, and also, which I didn't really realize, but when you put Poppy in, Poppy gets buffed, and not Nunu. So you have to give an item to Nunu. Although I also haven't tested it yet, whether... Yeah, I'm losing against him, but he's losing. I also haven't tested whether he... whether the last Cyberboss you put in gets the buff. I'm not fairly certain, but at least it's your strongest. Maybe it's because he's 2-star, but I'm not sure. So it's just the 101 against this, my 50 HP buffer. And my no Gragas board, because I sold him and not Kayn, so my no doesn't even get Bruiser, which is bad. But as I said, it's my first game on Dynamo since a fairly long time, I'd say. At least it's quite some time. Also equipped this brand now, got Execution Emblem on him. Yeah, and I realized, what the fuck am I doing? Put Gurgus back in, Kayn. Here, by 4 costs, by 4 costs, so there's a higher probability to get MF. That's my Zac. The good thing is, Zac is so strong, he can also be a win condition against the 3-star champ. Potentially, because my Elise is 3-star, my MF got crazy items, and just basically ults 2 times guaranteed. There she ults again. Well, it's not that close yet. I'm on 2 lives now. Maybe on 1 if I get a bad loss. Haven't given up yet. And should be TG, Thieves Glove Zac, for sure here. But I don't go for it, because I want to cap out, so I play for Renekton here. Not sure if that's the correct play. Probably not. Should have went for Zac here, but I already have 1 Zac, and I just believe I can hit another one on the roll down. But I wasn't sure about 2 Renektons. So I skipped an MF here and I'm fucking kind of fuming inside, because why the fuck didn't I click the MF? I just missed and potentially my win condition of MF3. And I also didn't hit Renek, didn't hit Zac, some more. What am I doing? I'm like, what the fuck? So bad. Like, this is so badly placed. I actually deserve the 2nd place here. Because it was just unfathomably bad play. I still got 15 gold, should have rolled for more blobs. Zac 2, Renekton 2, didn't hit anything. I'm just praying for not a bad of a loss, so I got 1 more chance. Yeah, and he just survives with 2 units, and I'm on 5 HP. So it's not over yet. So I can roll for more blobs. Of course I saved up interest, because I perfectly calculated it. Still didn't hit. Now I hit Renekton. Doesn't hit Zac, now I hit the MF. Need 2 more, need to sell. 2 hit Zac, more blobs. And there it is. And there it is, Zac 2. I'm like, holy shit. Like, I should have 100% gotten the TG. The Thieves Claws and Cursor with the Zac, like, such a good item in the late game. And also just a free Zac 2. I'm not sure why I didn't do it. It was super bad. But let's see. Can Zac win? Can Zac win? Answer is... nope. He's strong as fuck. Do I check my blobs? I hope I do. He's also got fairly good brand items now. I'm not sure what are the stats on Morello. I think it's not too bad. Yeah, no, I check. 36. Basically, if you've got more than 30, he can be a win con. Definitely. For items, I'm thinking about something. Maybe on Renekton, maybe on Nunu. Getting more gold, rolling. Like, gold basically just benefits me, because I can hit the Zac cap out. Maybe Uga 2, which I can put in. But it should just be another Nunu to put in here. Because he also stuns the board, but I'm selling him. Bad choice. Not sure why I think Viego is stronger than Nunu stun. Maybe... I think it's Nunu here, no? Ah, no, man. I thought about... maybe it's also Viego. Yeah, this is the TG, it's just in Gregas because I'm too slow. Would have been very good items on Renek. Yeah, and I won again. Zac is crazy strong. 6k damage. Well, 9k, no. 9-6. I was thinking about Viego here actually. Because I don't think it's too bad actually. Because I was thinking he's usually jumping the backline and dealing more damage on brand. So Zac got an easier time to execute him. This is basically my ball. I think I should... what am I doing? Yeah, it's definitely the play here. Okay, well, maybe I should have given it to Gyros, but I just super buffed the Renekton. I think it's not too bad. Would have removed the next round. Just give Poppy more AD. when I can steal, but it all comes down to the Zac, which as you can see was crazy. Was crazy hyped here. 2 fucking 3. Holy shit. Holy shit. And that wraps up game 1 of my climb from Diamond to Master in just 13 games. If you want to see how the journey continues, catch the next episode. It only gets spicier from here. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed it. See you in game 2.